Listening, select missing word, guided practice. Let's begin. Question number 1.
Alternative is to send up a rocket with a nuclear warhead. You don't send it at the asteroid because you don't want to break the asteroid into a million pieces. That's not a good idea. You send it up and you explode it beside the asteroid, and the explosion heats the near side of the asteroid, vaporizes it, and this vapor coming off is a bit like a jet, moves the asteroid.
All right, the recording is about asteroids, and the last few words are moves the asteroid. So moves the asteroid upwards, moves the asteroid sideways, moves the asteroid beyond, moves the asteroid cautiously. The last two don't really make sense, but you can move something upwards or move something sideways. Now in this case, it's about removing asteroid from the path of collision. So move the asteroid sideways. That makes more sense. And that's why is the correct option. Question number 2.
The basic scientist has a lot to offer. So hopefully I've emphasized that their contributions are absolutely essential. However, if that's kept in isolation, perhaps we won't have utilized the full benefit of that work. So I'm very much in favor of...
Now the recording is about scientists, and more specifically about basic scientists and their contributions and their work. If you pay attention to the audio, it starts with basic scientists, so it's unlikely that in such a short audio will end with the same words. So you can immediately rule out option number 2. And the last few words, very much in favor of. So very much in favor of collaboration, very much in favor of benefits, very much in favor of contribution. Now, already in the sentence talks about contribution and the benefits of those contributions. So collaboration seems like the correct option. And also in the sentence, he says, mentions isolation, that the benefits will be lost if scientists only work in isolation. And therefore, he is in favor of collaboration, because working in collaboration is the opposite of working in isolation. That logical link helps you decide the correct option. Question number 3 now.
U.S. Representative Anthony Weiner says somebody hacked his Twitter account, says that they sent lewd photographs to one of his followers. Now, Twitter can be used for hacking just like any other site on the internet, like Facebook, like your email. Basically, there are a couple ways it can happen. For these celebrities, and in 2009, there was a really big celebrity hack of about 30 big celebrities. Someone can just run these programs that guess your password. So how to avoid these phishing attacks? First of all, have a sophisticated password. Don't have 12345. Don't have your first name. Don't make it Twitter. Have some numbers, have some letters, have some punctuation. That's really going to help and make it hard for these programs to hack you. You want to make sure that if somebody sends you a link, know who the link's from. If you don't know who the link's from, be suspicious of it. If you do click on a link, don't give it any information. Most websites you use are not going to ask.
So the recording is about internet account security. And in the talk, you hear words about information, your details and all of that related to keeping them secure on internet. And the last few words before the beep, most websites are not going to ask. So what are they not going to ask? Most websites are not going to ask giving the details again. That doesn't make sense. Ask the reason for suspicion. Websites ask the reason for suspicion. Doesn't make sense. Most websites are not going to ask your password. Most websites are not going to ask your information again. Second and fourth are correct from a grammatical point of view, but only the second one. So most websites are not going to ask your information again. Because he's saying that you receiving a link from a website where you're already on, and when you click on it, just keep in mind that they will not ask your information again and again. So that makes sense here, and especially because the theme is keeping your information secure on internet. So that's why we go with option number 2. The last question in this practice session.
In Murfreesboro, the mobile meal program helped the city double the number of children who were fed last year. It also gave school district staff a close-up encounter with kids they see every day. A mom snaps at her children, or several families emerge from the same apartment. Bus driver Dawn Roshansky says she now understands where they're coming from.
You know, we tend to think that people don't go hungry where we live. We see everything and anything.
The recording is about a school initiative, so something, a program that a school has started. The last few words before the beep: see every and anything in. See every and anything where we live, in Murfreesboro, in the apartments, in what we see them. The last two don't make any sense. In Murfreesboro, that is very specific to a particular area. But the girl who's speaking the last sentence is actually telling it about their own experience. So from that perspective, where we live, because she's talking about their situation. So where we live, that makes more sense. So that's why the correct option is where we live. Spend some time doing more of these select missing word questions in the test software. All right. And remember the basics that you need to work on. Capture the few words before the beep. Read the first sentence to understand the theme, to sort of anticipate the theme. And when you listen to the recording, try to understand the overall meaning, the whole structure. Take notes if you have to do that.